Hello and welcome to the second video blog. I'm out here with the dog. He's Red. I'm sure you'll see him on our projects if you use us. He's around all the time with me. This topic is pre-construction recommendations. So we often get referred at concept stage just to assess whether a project is practical and whether it's buildable within a certain budget. We therefore get asked, architects and structural engineers, so I just wanted to run through a couple that we use or get recommended to. So first and foremost, Stewart & Stewart Design. They're based in Stansted Abbots, really formidable architects. They come from what we call like a tier one, a main architectural practice. They've done a lot of work in central London, mainly on the bigger stuff. They started the practice a couple of years ago, and their level of detail is formidable. I did another video blog on making sure the information is explicit, and their information really is as good as it gets. Like I say, they're based in Stansted Abbots, so if you want any contact details, I'll leave a bit of a link below. We also like to use and recommend Rob Jenkins. Again, he actually works for a bigger practice but does a lot of private work on the side. He tends to take on the smallest kind of projects, but again, coming from a fairly big practice, his level of information is fantastic. Really helpful guy. Just a one-man band at the moment, but it means you get the personal service, so we'd highly recommend him. And then finally, we've got James Lai. He is more to the west of Hertfordshire. Another fantastic architect, really visionary, produced a lot of really good looking projects, something that really challenges the norm of residential building. There's a lot of glazing involved with his. He does a bit of basements, really diverse portfolio of work, so if you'd like to get in contact with him as well, I've got a bit of a link below. When it comes to structural engineers, we've got a few again. So first and foremost, the guys that work with Stewart & Stewart Design are called SketchUp. They're based in Nasing. His name's Jem, and a fantastic structural engineer, principally because not only is he very helpful and really responsive, but again, the level of detail he goes in there is second to none, and it's really user friendly. So from a builder's point of view, you don't want any discrepancies, you don't want any grey areas, you want to know exactly what you're doing and when you're doing it, and it's all on there. It really is fantastic. For some of the bigger, more complex stuff, we'd recommend Design for Structures, and that's John. Again, works all around the world. His practice has really taken off in the last few years. I think there's a small team of about 20 down there, so if you're looking for anything fairly bigger, he takes on residential, commercial, industrial, civil engineering projects. Really does offer the one-stop shop, whereas Jem is more focused on residential. John will take on pretty much anything. And then we've also got Kevin Woon. He works with us on our smaller one-off little projects, so if we're putting in bifold steels, little goalposts, designing any load-bearing walls, that kind of thing, he really is the guy to speak to. Again, we can leave all these contact details below. And I've just seen the dog go in the river, and it is a cold November day, so that's not going to go down too well. Anyway, hope that helps in some way. Like I say, we're happy to get in at an early stage. It's free of charge service. We don't ask for any money up front if we're just here to recommend and put you in the right direction, because we only work with really good guys. That's not only in like the construction phase, but it's also pre-construction. We pass good clients to them, and they pass good projects to us, and that's how we make sure we can offer a really good service all the way from day one when you're thinking about your project and looking for outline designs, through to the turnkey service when we've put down carpets and painted the last wall.